It has been called the graveyard of empires. From Alexander the Great to the Soviet Union and the United States, the world's superpowers have all marched into these mountains, and all eventually marched out. But to call Afghanistan only a graveyard is to miss the point. For 5,000 years, this land has been the heart of Asia, the vital pulse of the Silk Road where Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, and Islam met and mingled. Today, we go beyond the headlines to uncover the real history of Afghanistan. Long before modern borders, Afghanistan was a center of global culture. In the 1st century CE, the Kushan Empire ruled from here. They were the first to depict the Buddha in human form, influenced by Greek art left behind by Alexander the Great. This Greco-Buddhism spread from the Afghan highlands all the way to China and Japan. The city of Balkh was known as the Mother of Cities. It was a global hub of learning long before London or New York existed. By the 7th century, Islam arrived, bringing a new era of science and poetry. This land gave the world Rumi, one of history's most celebrated poets, born in the Balkh province in 1207. In the 1800s, Afghanistan became a chessboard for the Great Game. The British Empire feared Russia would use Afghanistan to invade India. The British tried to take control 3 times. In the First Anglo-Afghan War, from 1839 to 1842, a British force of 16,000 entered. Only one European survivor, Dr. Brydon, reportedly made it back to Jalalabad. In 1919, after the Third Anglo-Afghan War, Afghanistan finally gained full independence, led by the modernizing King Amanullah Khan. He was a visionary who sought to give women the right to vote and modernize the nation, decades before many Western countries. Many people don't realize that in the 1960s and 70s, Kabul was known as the Paris of Central Asia. It was actually a stable developing nation and a popular stop on the so-called hippie trail. But then came the turning point. In 1978, a pro-communist coup triggered a civil war. In December 1979, the Soviet Union invaded to support the regime. This, honestly, turned Afghanistan into the ultimate Cold War proxy battle. The United States, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia funneled billions in weapons to the Mujahideen rebels. The cost was staggering. By the time the Soviets withdrew in 1989, over 1 million Afghans had died, and 5 million had fled as refugees. The vacuum left behind paved the way for the rise of the Taliban in the mid-90s. Following the September 11th attacks, the United States-led coalition entered Afghanistan to dismantle al-Qaeda. What followed was a 20-year attempt at state-building. The figures really tell the story. Over $2 trillion spent by the United States, a significant rise in literacy, from 12% in 2001 to 43% by 2020. However, corruption and a resilient insurgency led to the rapid collapse of the government in August 2021. As of early 2026, the Taliban have been back in power for over 4 years. The country faces a unique set of challenges. While conflict has largely subsided, the humanitarian situation is critical. According to recent 2025 and 2026 United Nations reports, over 23 million Afghans are in need of urgent humanitarian aid. Yet, the country remains a key geopolitical player due to its massive untapped mineral wealth, estimated at over $1 trillion, including lithium and rare earth elements. Afghanistan's history is a cycle of tragedy and triumph. But the story of Afghanistan isn't just about the empires that failed there. It's about the people who stayed. It is a nation of poets, traders, and survivors who have seen the world change around them while their mountains remained unmoved. To understand the future of Asia, you must understand Afghanistan. It remains the bridge between East and West, a land that has given the world more than it has taken. What part of Afghan history do you think is most misunderstood? Let's discuss it in the comments. And hey, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the stories of our world.